know, he might have something on.
Something
Like the
extra.
weather might be permitting him in Houston tonight. He
That's a
might
good
have
point.
something fresh on for
We're
you.
glad you guys stuck with us here because now we've got the main
The
event.
Jet.
Kenny the Jet Smith.
Good to be here.
Of course, Q Rich is still here. Diggs.
Diggs for today.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of.
We're going to get to know each other real well in here.
It's real, this real intimate. This is intimate set.
This is family here.
Yeah,
This is
This
family.
is more than
This is a
intimate.
pasta
This is
table.
when your cousins come over and you sleep in. You got 5 to a bed. You're like one's at the front, one's at the
Head to
side,
toe.
one in the middle, one on the.
yeah.
No, it's not head to toe. You guys speak.
Oh.
It's one at the top, one at the side, one at the side, one at the bottom, and one in the middle.
Okay.
That's when you got. That's
don't
when you
think
got a
I've
lot of
done that.
cousins.
Nah, he talking about the real set.
A lot
He
of
talking about
cousins.
Yeah, ooh.
Okay.
That's the
Breaking
real
news.
Oof.
Breaking news in the NBA.
Oh, I thought that was breaking.
Dion Waiters has agreed on a deal with the Los Angeles Lakers for the remainder of the season.
That's surprising.
Everybody has the same reaction.
Well, it's surprising. It was either between him and J.R. Smith.
Right.
And since there's some history with J.R., you would think that he had an upper hand.
That's what we all thought,
You know,
actually.
you have upper hand.
Well-
and two different players too, two different needs.
That's what I said.
So it's more of a need than a want. Dion fits the need. He's a good player. You know, he's a good scorer. The second unit. You know, he'll help that second unit out and be able to get 10 to 14 points off the bench at times.
So, Kenny, how would you?
I was about to say, where do you see his minutes
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
from?
where-
With,
yeah, where
when
do
they
you
got
see
Bradley, Pope, Rondo.
You could play him with Bradley.
They're gonna play small in that second unit, or you leave one LeBron on the floor, AD with them.
yeah.
Caruso.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But he's a scorer.
Yeah.
And I think even that Caruso is an energy guy, but he's not a scorer.
Right.
So at times they need buckets, and Dion could get you that. JR could get you buckets as well, but he's also a pretty good defender.
Yeah.
That was what
Just
I
a
liked
bigger
about him. The
size.
size.
Bigger size.
He
Yeah.
got the size and the 3
They
and
don't
D
need
part.
anything. You got LeBron and AD.
They kind of do.
No, they don't.
Oh, listen, they need somebody when Braun needs 5 minutes, a half. We need somebody that can keep the game going.
You know
what? I played with him and Kyrie. Kyrie would take over for 6 to 8 minutes, give him that spell. If there's a huge difference between
That's what he's
Braun
got AD
playing
for.
40.
Can I say something? Man?
Do you know what the team
When you
is
have
like
two of the
without
best
LeBron?
5 players in the world,
2 of them.
Do you know the
You don't
record
need-
when LeBron is not on the court? They're awful.
but you have 2 of the 5 best players in the world.
I wish I had this stat. When LeBron is not on the floor,
They're bad.
That
That's
team
cool.
is bad.
So,
they need
no, when
somebody
that team
that
is-
could just
no.
get them into something and get AD the ball.
When
They have
LeBron
no
is not
ball.
on the floor, you know what they are? They're the New Orleans Pelicans. That's what they are. That's what AD looked like when he wasn't there. So, no, they're still good enough.
And I agree with you. When it comes down to it, like, it's cool. They making, these additions and blah, blah, and so are the Clippers. But at the end of the day, ain't none of that going to matter if LeBron and AD don't ball out.
Yeah.
Okay.
They the horses. Yeah. And the same thing for the Clippers, who, all of these teams add these pieces like how Paul George said, he need to take these last 20 games, get right, get his chemistry down, get all of that stuff, not even worry about averaging, but knowing that in the playoffs, that him and Kawhi are going to be the guys, and we going to go as far as they're going to take us.
When
So
Reggie
you're gonna play
Miller was
Brown 40
playing.
minutes.
Yeah, but when
the
Reggie
playoffs?
Miller was playing,
Yeah.
he had an interesting thing that he used to say. I used to talk to him the other time. He said, last 20 games, he would take 10 more shots than he had been taking in the regular season. He said because he's going to start playing more, and he had to he had to get accustomed to looking for those shots now.
Yeah.
Because, and that's what Paul George has basically just said. The last 20 games, he's got to retool his thinking because he'll be on the floor more. He's got to look for more opportunities. And as we all know, that ball bounces in the regular season, it bounces here, it bounces there, the shot is up. In the playoffs, it bounces here, and it bounces back to you.
Yep.
When you're one of the best players.
Yeah.
Because now you have to get accustomed to taking more shots. And I think Paul is right.
Yep.
It's not about those other guys at some point
No.
when you're out of the first round.
Yeah.
When you're in the Western Conference Finals, then it's about who's got better players.
Well, they're hoping that Dion Waiters is going to be part of that recipe
Philly cheese.
for the Lakers.
I like
Philly
Dion. He's a
cheese.
great scorer. I like him. I'm just surprised, but I think he's going to help the second unit because I think they do lack scoring in the second unit.
We're going to find out shortly.
Definitely get
If
it
it don't work, he goes.
Something
breaking.
via this tweet. Free agent Dion Waiters has agreed on a deal with the Los Angeles Lakers for the remainder of the season. Sources are telling The Athletic. So
No swish, no cross.
we
No
anticipated
Jay
they
Crow.
were going to make a move because they waived Troy Daniels to free up a roster position. We thought it might come down between Waiters because we heard the rumors of the workout J.R. Smith, and we were hopeful, at least I know I was, that Jamal Crawford would at least get a serious consideration. What do you guys think? What does he bring to it?
I think obviously he's a scorer, but in what capacity? I think you look and you basically betting on your culture can combat his problems with the teams that he's been on. For me, everything is about the culture of a team, the chemistry, and by bringing him in, you are addressing a need and having a guard who can score. He's a big guard. He is a pro's pro. He can do things. But what is he going to do for the chemistry of the team? What is he going to do when he's not getting the ball?
Right.
Is he going to take the right kind of shots? That's a lot. But you're betting on LeBron and AD and that culture of the Lakers that they can change him. So if he works out, Rob and everybody at the upper management of the Lakers, they look like geniuses. But if he doesn't work out, then they could just move him to the side and let him go. But this is, to me, one of his last chances on the best situation for him.
Yeah, in my opinion, for Dion Waiters, this is a win-win for him. I mean, because, prior to this, people didn't know whether he was going to get another opportunity or get another look. So, I mean, this is a position where you get to, change the way, the perception of you, and you're doing it with a team that's, and searching for a championship and going to be in a playoff race, so you get to go deep into the playoffs and make an impression. But as far as the use of him, I'm not sure how much he will be used, in what way. I mean, obviously we know he's more of a combo guard, can facilitate, can make his own plays and get his own shot and can score. But to me, I felt like they definitely could have used a JR or a Jamal. I mean, I think the relatability, the clutch sports factor and all those things, I think that'll have a heavy play. And I think LeBron and AD and those guys will have a chance to make a huge impact on him in a positive way. And I think they're banking on that going forward. Because I think when you look at the two guys, he's the younger of all of those guys between JR, Croft, and himself. And I think maybe they see, his upside as a ball creator.
Yeah. Can he be successful in 10 minutes is really what it is.
Yeah, that's
you're right.
10 minutes
You're
to
right.
cook, right?
To
Here you
prove
go.
it.
10 minutes, Bron sit down. If 5 minutes that they don't look right, put the big fella back in.
Well, we'll see. Risk versus reward, right,
Yeah.
with this situation. So he has an opportunity. You hope that he'll make the best of it. We'll talk about this more as the night goes on. We're going to send you guys on a plan this time because I was instructed to do so by Mr. Brendan Haywood, NBA champion.
Thank you.
You
And
an
then-
NBA champion?
Yeah, but she has to do me first and then say your name.
Okay, my bad.
You got
Correct.
so many accolades, man. It don't seem right doing it the other way.
Because
My
we
bad.
say Hall of Famer Gary Payton, but he's also the only point guard in NBA history to ever be named Defensive Player of the Year, a.k.a. the Glove.
Thank you.
We're in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 8 games in the NBA. Thrilled you're here with us on the warm-up. Let's start talking about Mr. Zion Williamson, the young fella, the rookie. He's been playing extraordinarily.
Yes, he has, Steph, because this is the type of basketball Zion plays.
And another person who's been playing very well this season, who we have not seen lately, is Kemba Walker. As I mentioned earlier, we are expecting his return tonight. We will also be expecting some minute restrictions, and we'll see if his teammates will be in action tonight. More on that. LeBron James. Lakers hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers have a lot to figure out still. Ben Simmons out. Joel Embiid out. What are they going to do tonight? Josh Richardson out on protocol for concussion. A lot going on, especially in that game. The Lakers, number 1 team in the West. They're facing the 76ers, who still have a lot to sort out. But do the Lakers have anything to sort out? Are they who they are? And is that good enough to win it all?
Well, to me, I think they didn't make any changes at the trade deadline. Now they're talking about working out a couple of players, and J.R. Smith and Waiters.
Yep.
I don't know how that would help them. If it was me, I wouldn't take either one. I'll stay with Caldwell Pope. I'll stay with Bradley. I would stay with what's his name?
Rondo?
No, Corzo. What's the guy? The kid? Caruso. I'll stay with them guys and try to basically win a championship that way. I think LeBron and AD, they're going to be good in the playoffs. I only think one team can beat them in the playoffs to me, and I think that's the Clippers. I think they match up with them too really well. Clippers have done a good job of adding players in Jackson and Morris.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, I don't know what it'll do for them, B. but I don't know what it will do for them. I just don't know. I don't get that. I don't even get that. If it's not a